Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
It's our final episode of season 2.
It is.
And it looks like we're drinking champagne and whatever that is. But it's Lucasade.
It's Lucasade.
Because it's busy season.
It is, and we need to keep the energy going. So, yeah, we are celebrating and being productive at the same time.
Yes. Merry Christmas, everyone. Season 2 is coming to an end, but we wanted to do one final episode.
A little festive bonus episode.
Yeah, before we go on hiatus. But we will be back. We have big plans for season 3.
Oh, you wait.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Mother, baby, and us. So let's do a little recap on our year, I think, to start off our episode.
Okay.
Because it's been a big one.
Do you know what, right? When I was like going back and figuring out what we were going to recap on, I can't believe that the stuff at the beginning of the year happened this year.
It's mental.
It feels like years ago. It feels like it's been this
3 years.
Yeah.
It's been 84 years.
It does though, doesn't it?
Yeah. January. Let's start with January.
Okay, what happened in January?
You got to meet your favourite person in the entire world.
Okay, so
I don't feel like she appreciated meeting you as much as you appreciated meeting her.
Well, no, but like, you know, I was fangirling a little bit of the fact that I got to meet Kelly Brown in person, had a little selfie. It was wonderful. We went to the Society's Photographers show in London in January. It's a cute little show. We like to go to
We've
that
never
one.
been to that one before.
No, but it's going to be
We've been to the road show before, but not the actual convention in London. So that was nice.
Going to be a film favourite of ours going forward. And we
looking
are
forward to this year.
We are.
Not this year.
Absolutely.
In January.
Yeah, the new one. But yeah, that was the highlight of my January, getting to have a little selfie with Kelly Brown. But I feel like she's just a really lovely person.
She's really nice.
And I feel like when I first started doing like the newborn stuff with you, that was what we did, wasn't it? That was the go-to. We went to Kelly Brown to learn all our safety stuff, to learn all our, you know,
bits and bobs.
Yeah. And
she's very good at what she does.
She's the goat. And I was, you know.
I'm not saying it wasn't exciting. It was just like you got a little bit fangirly and it was a bit embarrassing. From my part. Like I'm sure you had a lovely time, but like from my point of view, it was very embarrassing. But they were.
So that was
January.
That was a highlight of my January. February, what did you do February? Motherhood sessions.
Oh, I love a motherhood session.
They are like firm favourites. Can't even speak. Need more Lucasade. They are firm favourites with our clients now, and we started them a couple of years ago. And the best thing ever is when you have the same customers coming back year after year after year. Yeah. And like we've got a couple that have done every single one of these sessions since we started. And they've got like 4 or 5 albums now on a shelf. Yeah. Just every year.
Pick a different colour or different shade every year.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Nice. And there's one in particular that will always send us a little video of her little girl opening the new album as soon as
she loves them. She loves them just as much as the mother.
Yeah. So yeah, I love our motherhood sessions. I feel like as much as we specialise in maternity and newborn, I feel like that is also our specialty because like it happens.
Maternity, newborn and motherhood.
And motherhood, yeah. Could do a motherhood session every February.
Yeah. Just in time for Mother's Day presents.
Yes.
That's thinking outside the box.
Yeah, and I mean we did like fatherhood sessions at one point.
Yeah.
No, they were the one.
I don't feel like we put as much effort in, not as much effort in the photos. The photos were beautiful, but I don't think they were marketed as well. It's easier to market motherhood sessions.
Yeah, and I don't feel like dads have the same like oomph about a
photo shoot.
No, they don't, do they?
Some do, and that's lovely.
Yeah, we love it when a dad gets involved and they're really like happy about it, the fact they're here. But like, if anybody's going to be miserable at the fact they've got to have their photo taken, it's usually the dad, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Or an older son, like a teenage son.
Yeah.
But usually the dad. So, yeah, they were another one.
But motherhood sessions, banging.
Yeah, definitely.
And then March, which I think was our favourite month this year.
It was. And honestly, this is the one that I can't believe happened this year because it doesn't feel like it happened this year.
No.
Because I feel like it was such a big bucket list thing that, yeah, I don't feel like it's still real.
Well, I was there. It just felt very surreal. The whole situation was very surreal. We went to WPPI in Vegas. We have spoke about it at length on numerous videos.
Like everybody knows we went to WPPI this year.
And for a lot of people, that isn't a massive bucket list thing. But for us, it was a lot of travelling to do. It was the first time we'd been to a US show.
Yeah.
And the speakers that we actually got to go and listen to, we took so much from.
Got to see my friend Kelly Brown again.
Oh, yeah. Several times.
Yeah, it was lovely. But yeah, there was like big time speakers that we've only ever seen online because, I mean, we live in different countries. So we've never got to see them in the flesh speaking. Yeah. And it was fabulous, wasn't it? To be immersed in that atmosphere where everybody around you is all there for the same thing. They're there to learn, they're there to grow, they're there to, you know, further their careers. And
America just takes everything to the extreme, doesn't it? So like the show was just massive. It was like a DJ playing from like 9 o'clock in the morning. We were waiting to go in. I can't, no, it wasn't. It was me and Palmer that morning. The first morning the actual trade show opened.
Yeah.
And it was just a sea of people. It was like a big opening of an actual like, I don't even know. It was just this massive big opening thing. The DJ was playing. They were lobbing like t-shirts and sunglasses at us. And they were making this big like fuss and like song and dance about everything. And we were just stood there and we're like, oh my God, I can't believe this atmosphere for a trade show. Yeah. And everything was just taken up.
I know. Can you imagine that in the UK? Like,
no.
British people would be like,
what are you doing?
What's going on here? I don't know if I like this.
I was like, woo! With all the Americans.
Yeah. No, it was just all of it, wasn't it? Like the parties in the evenings and like the being able to go out on location and photograph, like
shoot in the Valley of Fire.
Yeah, Valley of Fire and the dry lake bed. Like that was a fantastic shoot, and the Venetian.
Like we were in a movie. Like it was
walking
so weird.
Around like we got to stay in Paris, which was fabulous. But it's so surreal, isn't it? When you walk in and you look up and like there's the Eiffel Tower reaching up into the sky.
Yeah, and then you walk in and the sky, the ceiling is painted like the sky, and it's so disorientating at like 4 o'clock in the morning when it's like really bright in there, and they're trying to make it like you're in the middle of the day in Paris.
Mad. But I love the Venetian. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked shooting everywhere else as well, but that Venetian one, I couldn't believe when we were walking through the hotel originally. I was like, there's gondolas, there's people like. I was going to say swimming then. They weren't swimming. What are they doing? Paddling gondolas down a river through the hotel. And it was just, I was like, this, like, I've been to Venice and this is like.
This looks like it.
Like a version of, it was mad. So I loved that shoot because it was just different, wasn't it? But yeah, just the entire experience.
And I think it set us up really well for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Because we took things on board and we put things in place that, like, we've been working on throughout the rest of the year, and it's worked. Yeah,
I think this year has definitely been like a building year. We've built so much up this year.
I feel like we say this every year.
No, but
the building gets bigger every year.
This was like there's so many things that we've got in place now that we didn't at the beginning of the year that have furthered us in different avenues that we weren't necessarily looking to go down before this, you know? So, yeah, I feel like WPBI is I mean, it's core memories, isn't it? But
how many times did we say that during that trip? We were there for like were there 5 days? No, a week.
A week we were there, yeah.
And we nearly once a day we go, oh, core memories. Like we came out in the car park. We had parked the car, came out, and the sphere had turned into a moon, hadn't it? And it was like the middle of the night. Magical. We had just done like a bucket list location.
Yeah.
We were all like high on life.
Yeah.
That was like, looked like the moon. And I was like, oh my God, this is my life. This is such a core memory.
Do you know what?
I watch that video quite regularly.
That was just, it was magical. Yeah, but when you watch it back on that video, it's just not the same as there. Like stood leaning on the wall.
Stood there all day.
Or leaning on the wall in that multi-story car park, just watching that moon just turn. And I was like, do you know what? This is just magical.
Yeah.
So yeah, really sad that we haven't booked to go back next year, but
I am trying.
I know you are. Abigail will have a little look every morning.
God loves a trier.
I'm sorry, but I'm not paying over £1,000 to stay in the Rio. I'm not doing it.
They've moved location. It's not in a nice. It's not in as nice a hotel. It's off the strip, so they want us to pay nearly double for.
Yeah, twice what we paid last year to not even stay on the strip. Yeah. I can't justify it. Absolutely can't justify it. I mean, I'd love to go, but like something might happen between now and then because like we've got our heart set on going, but
it'll be a very last minute trip if we do go.
Yeah. And 2026 is the one.
Yeah, 2026 is going to be banging.
Oh yeah, it is, yeah.
We haven't even done 2025. Haven't even finished 2024, but 2026, oh, can't wait. Wishing our life away.
No, but it definitely did set us up for loads of things.
Yeah.
You know, to progress this year. So March is a biggie.
It was a good one.
It was, yeah.
I feel like March, April all the way to June, July, August-ish was just banging in the location sessions, like, because the weather was drier than usual in this country.
We did some fantastic locations.
Yeah, we were just out and about trying to get as many locations in as we could.
Yeah, and we did some fabulous ones. Wells Cathedral was...
That was lovely.
Yeah.
Another little core memory.
Yeah.
Where we had a portion of Wells Cathedral to ourselves.
Yeah, that was
beautiful.
That was lovely. And it was just something so different, wasn't it? Like, to let us have... What was it called? Chapter? No, it wasn't chapter.
It was something
wing. I don't know. It was an entire wing of this cathedral. Anyway.
It was where all the priests used to go to have like meetings and their dinners and stuff in that little room.
Lunch in that room.
Yeah, and then there was like a circular room. I don't know what they used that for. Like,
yeah, it was called something, I can't remember what it was, but it was fabulous anyway. Like the leading lines going up into the ceiling and just magical. So that was a lovely session.
It was.
Done some waterfalls, lots of beaches. Where else have we been?
Up a mountain.
So, yeah, side of a mountain. Lots of beautiful, fabulous locations. And then we did beach sessions at the end of summer then in August.
Yes.
So that was nice
because they weren't really like sunny beach sessions because we literally had a storm that morning.
We did, yeah.
But they were still nice, and lots of people use them for their Christmas presents because it was so late in the year that we did them. It was like enjoy the end of the summer, like capture those last of the summer memories.
It was, and then we had people ordering ready for Christmas, which was nice because it's usually last minute.
Yeah. And as we film in this now, it is the 20th of December, and we give out our last order
yesterday. Yeah.
Which is unheard of for us.
No, mad.
Customers have been, gone, done. We're done for the year.
Fabulous.
Give us time to film out.
Maybe we do beach sessions this year again. Could have been nice and early.
We also, this summer, got to a few little events, didn't we? Which was lovely.
Do you know what? That
Out
YouTube,
to the blue. Yeah.
Being invited as women of YouTube to...
It was unexpected. Right? I say unexpected. I did sign up for Women of YouTube.
Yeah.
So, like, I should have... But I wasn't expecting to be invited to the events because, like, they were really, like, you need to apply and then we'll pick who we're going to invite. And they invited us.
Yeah.
And I was very excited.
So was
I. It was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Really
I
nice.
enjoyed it.
I'm still in the WhatsApp group.
We got to meet some fabulous YouTube creators, other fabulous women that do the same thing as us. But
I think that was really nice as well, because as nice as it would have been to just go to a creator collective event, which is another like thing that we signed up for, it was part of that. It was all women.
Yeah.
Which we do thrive in that space, don't we?
Yeah.
Like building up other women and empowering other women.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really nice. And they had really good snacks. Did they not?
There was a professional photographer there taking photographs of the event, and we
had a quick scroll through to see when they sent us the link to the
first photograph in the gallery was Abigail.
It wasn't the first photo; it was the first photo of us
stuffing snacks in my handbag. She said, "Turn round."
They had full size chocolate bars. It wasn't snack size. Full size chocolate bars.
She said, "Turn around." She unzipped my backpack and stuffed it full of snacks for later.
Transportation snacks from the way home. Travel snacks.
You could take the girl out of the valleys.
We had a lovely time on the way home.
We did
with
have
snacks.
such a lovely time. Me and my Snickers. It was wonderful. But that was a really good day. Like, I enjoyed it. We got to speak to some fabulous women that create. Yeah.
Content creators.
It was just good vibes, you know.
And I felt like a real YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like, we've been on YouTube a while now, but it doesn't feel like we're YouTubers, is it? Do you know, like when the kids go, "Oh, my mum's a YouTuber," I'm like, "Shut up. Like, stop being embarrassing."
Stop embarrassing us in school.
Yeah.
In front of the other mothers.
But like, I actually did feel like a YouTuber on that day.
Yeah. I mean, it helped that we had like little, what are they called? Tote bags with women of YouTube on with our
notebooks.
Yeah.
And a lanyard.
With everything.
Oh, I love a goodie bag. You can win me over for anything if you give me a goodie bag with a lanyard. Love it.
Yeah.
A little tote bag. We also got to go to
first ever Click Live.
Yes, which I was really excited about because they were. We met the guys that run it in WPPI, didn't we? And they were like, "We're going to try and bring the WPPI vibe, the American vibe, over and make it an exciting experience."
Yeah,
which I think they did have the similar vibe.
Yeah.
I think it could have done with a few more people.
Yeah.
But again, it was the first year and that's why.
And it always starts smaller, doesn't it? People are always wary when it's something new. But we wanted to be there for the first ever one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Wanted to be in the thick of it, and it was good fun. We had so much fun, didn't we?
We did.
The first ever podcast on location.
Yes, live podcast. It wasn't live.
No, we filmed it on location.
During Click Live.
We did
on a stand, on the light blue stand. So if you haven't watched that episode, I will link it somewhere.
But that was that was something a bit different, which I liked, and I feel like we're gonna kind of adventure more in that area going forward into the new.
Yeah, we've got some little plans brewing to work out how we can do that potentially again this year.
Yeah,
but on a bigger scale.
Yes.
So that's exciting. I'm really excited for season 3 of the podcast. New start, new.
Yeah, I mean, we mixed up a bit for this season, didn't we? And we started kind of
trialing new things.
Yeah, and I feel like we're going to do another little rejig and go into season 3 strong.
Yeah. Christmas holidays will be spent with a notebook, as always.
Looking forward to it already.
I bought a new one. It says big plans on the front of it because I have big plans.
When I envisioned closing on, today's our last day of work. When I envisioned closing the studio today and not opening again for 2 weeks, I didn't think, I thought I was going to be sitting with my feet up and my champagne float in the house,
No, I've got live streams booked.
I don't get time off, apparently.
We do get time off. You get Christmas Day off. Right, you got nothing from,
you know what?
from today until
Christmas
Boxing
Day off.
Day. Yeah.
You were telling me that I'm going to spend a day with you on Christmas Day and you were not going to discuss...
I'm not going to discuss anything to do with work.
Do you know what? When she starts talking about work, I'm going to secretly record it and we're going to use this on the opening episode of season 3.
Okay. I can assure you I will not be talking shop at the dinner table or at any point during Christmas Day.
Even the fact that our videographer is actually having Christmas dinner with us this year, you were still not going to talk shop?
No. I might talk, I can talk about cameras with Parma without involving us doing work. I'll just alienate you from the conversation.
I'm going to come back with receipts.
Anyway, I can't switch off from work.
No, I know.
It is my passion, and therefore I would like to talk about it.
I can be passionate about it and also switch off when I'm not here, Abigail.
Yeah, but it's like, it was my hobby before it was my job, so it's my personality now. It is my life. I am nobody if I'm not a photographer.
I almost had Luke said come up with nostrils then.
Could have been worse. It could be champagne. What a waste. Anywho, we've digressed.
Okay, where were we at? We've done the summer. Have we done the summer?
So then that brings us on to August, where we had a big announcement.
We did.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, we had been sat on this for a little while, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Because we had a very lovely meal with the guys from Loxley Colour when we were at Click Live.
Yeah.
A couple of months previously.
Was that in June? I think it was in June.
Yeah, I'm sure that was...
We'd been sat on that 2 months.
Yeah.
Which if anybody knows me, I can't sit on a secret. I can sit on a secret if I forget about it. But because we were doing work towards the announcement for those 2 months...
And
it kept reminding me and it was driving me up the wall.
I kept accidentally talking about it when we were vlogging and stuff, and then Abigail had to keep redacting stuff because but the thing is we were doing so much for it and excited about it and but yeah, the fabulous guys at Loxley Colour had asked us to be ambassadors.
Yes.
And that we weren't expecting it. I know they'd invited us out for to go for food.
I just thought they wanted to be a friend.
Yeah, because we'd had a bit of a relationship with them, as in whenever we went to a trade show or whatever, we'd always make a point of going up and saying hi and having a good chat.
I just thought they wanted company for dinner.
Oh, do you want to come with us for dinner? Yeah, okay. It wasn't, do you want to come with us for dinner? Because we would like to ask you a very important question. Yeah. And it kind of took me by surprise.
Yeah, I wish I brought a better outfit, if I'm honest. Because I was just in a frumpy dress and I was like, oh,
it was so
we were all melting when the aircon wasn't working.
No, it was
the middle of the heat wave.
Yeah, it was not comfortable.
Anyway.
But it was a very good meal.
It was.
Yeah, enjoyed that.
We are now Loxley Colour ambassadors.
Yay!
And we've got lots of plans for the new year.
We have. So, yes, that was our big announcement after the summer. And then we went into busy season for newborns because from September onwards, it's just
Mental.
Yeah, it's always when the babies start to be. Well, we just have phone call after phone call. My
Yeah.
baby's arrived.
We could book September about 4 times over every year.
Good, yeah. Absolutely.
And we have to turn people away every single year.
Mm,
People who don't book in advance, and then
yeah.
we got no room to squeeze them in, and then they're all disappointed.
And then we start to get to like end of September, and like all the pumpkins come out.
Yeah.
And we now have more pumpkin.
We've got a pumpkin problem. If we see a pumpkin, we will buy a pumpkin.
So like we've got a cupboard under the stairs that we keep all of our Christmas decorations in, but now we are overrun with pumpkins, and they are everywhere. In every single place that we had a little bit of space, we have stuffed a pumpkin. So to the point where this year I had pumpkins everywhere when it was pumpkin season, and now we come to Christmas and I haven't had time to change anything over, so I've just put the pumpkins away. And we haven't even decorated for Christmas. I mean, we've done the windows.
Well, no, because the pumpkins are all in front of the Christmas decorations, and I couldn't be bothered to go and go back under this thing and move them all around.
Yes, they've literally taken over, but I feel like we use them in pretty much all of our newborn sessions.
Everyone loves them.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we've got so many different kinds of pumpkins. Everyone's look different.
Yeah, they did. Chose
So that was
lovely.
We spend way too much time together.
And then
October we did. Our boys' theme in school for the term was pirates, and they both had the same theme, even though they're in different classes, but they kind of...
they do some work together now and again,
yeah.
don't they? Yeah.
So the theme for the term was pirates. And like we can't just do things a normal way. We like to go overboard, and we know we're doing it. But like, what's the point of having kids if you can't?
Do you know
have
what?
fun?
The head teacher loves it, doesn't she? She can't
does.
wait for us to like come up with something, you know.
Yeah, and this year they've nagged to start a YouTube channel. So we allowed them to start a YouTube channel, and then we thought, right, well, let's incorporate it all.
Yeah.
And we'll do a little vlog on the beach. Them dressed as pirates. We'll do a full pirate themed photo shoot, like content for everyone.
Yeah.
And it fits in with their school project.
Yeah.
So they Tobias designed their own pirate character.
Yeah.
We made that costume, and then took him down the beach, and we did a photo shoot
We did.
of him being that character and Finley being his character. It was ridiculous.
There is a little snippet of like an outtake of Finley running across the beach with a spade, a shovel on his back, looking.
He's like Jack Sparrow.
He is like Jack Sparrow. Like
Arms and legs flopping everywhere, and
they had the best time, even though it was October and they had bare feet in the cold, wet sand.
it was like chaos getting down there, because one thing after another, blown tyres on the
we had
motorway, and
a
also
puncture on the way there, and it was just carnage. But do you know what? They absolutely had a whale of a time.
Yeah.
They couldn't wait to show all of their friends in school the video and the photos. And to be fair, like it was a fabulous shoot, but.
I could have done without the stress of like losing all the sun, waiting for you to have a tyre changed on the side of the M4 and all that. But it's fine.
And wrangling two unruly children.
Yeah.
Because other people's kids listen. Because like, you know, they come in, they don't really know us. There's a bit of an air of authority. So like they'll come in, they go, oh, okay, we best listen. And to be fair, like touch wood, like
That's cement.
that bit's wood. That usually is how it goes, isn't it? Like they'll come in, they go, oh, okay, and they kind of like listen to their teachers, kind of thing, innit?
Like our kids listen to their teachers.
Yeah, they do.
They don't listen to us.
No, but our kids just unruly.
You tell them no, and they look at you like you've got 6 heads.
Yeah.
Like they've never heard the word no before in their life.
They'll turn around to their nan.
Yeah.
And if you say no, I'll ask nan. She can't say no. And talking of whom, now
That makes no sense. Talking of whom?
Now our mother has been privy to an awful lot of different photo shoots that we've done of us and our kids.
Yeah.
She has had access to all of these images, all taken of us professionally.
She gets the link to the Dropbox folder.
In the studio, on location. We've done them everywhere. She nags and nags and nags for wall art, and of all of the shoots that we have done, she picks the
Pirate
boys
photos.
dressed as pirates on the beach.
And not like any little wall art. It is massive
30 by 40.
inches.
Yes.
I just thought I'd put that in it.
30 by...
To the point where it didn't fit in the car to get it over to her house.
No words.
The box was that big. So, yeah, that's absolutely ridiculous.
So if you don't already follow us on Instagram, I would suggest you do so and watch for the Instagram stories Christmas Day when it is put up on the wall.
Oh, is Chrissy doing work on Christmas Day?
We always do a selfie on Christmas Day.
We do, yeah.
I feel like it needs to be with that behind us.
Yeah.
So everyone can see.
I'll put a bit of tinsel on it. That's what she's having for Christmas.
It is, yeah. A giant piece of wall art with our children dressed as pirates. Each their own.
Awful. I was so embarrassed. We phoned Loxley Colour and said, we're just about to put an order in. Please do not judge us. This is not our normal work. The photos are hilarious, but like not for wall art.
Ah, it's going to look lovely. And that's what she chose.
Great.
That's what she likes. So,
Anyway, what else do we do without you?
October. What happened after October? December.
We announced our workshop.
We did. Our first ever workshop.
In-person workshop. Now, we've been doing these tutorial videos for what feels like quite a long time.
It's been years though. We've been doing them for years.
We have been doing them for years.
Yeah.
But like, and slowly we've been getting a little bit better. Not a little bit better. If you look at our first tutorials, they are shocking. So,
but the information is there. Like,
yeah, but I mean, the way they
we
filmed and stuff.
It, yeah.
And like, give the information over. Like, we've upped our game like, over the years.
I mean, when you're doing it for years, it kind of happens, so now you just...
Yeah, but we consciously make an effort of, right, this is great, but like, what could we have done better, don't we? Quite often. Like, we'll go back and go, this video is really good, this has got good content, but we could have said X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And we could have filmed it like this way. Yeah. Let's remake it. And we update.
There was a video that we did that had really valuable information in that we didn't like the video because of how we filmed it, so...
I had a massive glitch that nobody has noticed up until now, so I don't know how it happened. But yeah, so we've refilmed that.
Yeah, so like that's what we've been doing, kind of updating everything and kind of just making everything a little bit better. And yeah, and now we've got our first ever actual in-person workshop.
It's giving me palpitations, I'm not gonna lie.
We're going up to Scotland and it's going to be done
in Loxley Colour lab.
Yeah, in the lab. And I'm really excited to be up there and to meet all the guys at Loxley Colour that we haven't met yet and get a tour of the lab because that has been a long time overdue. We've been trying.
I'm excited to go to Scotland in general because I've never been.
Yeah. So that I'm very excited about.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited, but also very nervous. The fact the presentation is still not done yet to like finished for the workshop.
Yeah.
And it's in 6 weeks. It'd be done. We'll be on our way back home in 6 weeks. Like,
okay,
it's in 5 and a bit weeks, and we haven't.
Maybe we'll be doing some work over the Christmas holidays.
We're absolutely doing work over the Christmas holidays because we've got to finish that presentation.
We have, yeah, absolutely.
Because everything's got to be banging. We've got to do the final touches to our book that's getting printed. Like, there is so much to do.
Yeah. On
top of all the marketing and.
But it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
Once all this bit's done.
Once it's finished.
Yeah, and then once all that is done,
then I feel like we need to do rehearsals.
So, if you'd like to come and see us present this workshop that we have,
hopefully do a really good presentation.
No,
it's going to be fine because it's stuff that we know we can talk till the cows come home about.
Yes,
we've got lots of information to give over. And it's hands-on as well. There's a bit of theory, there's a bit of...
You can bring your camera and you can do some photographing yourself. We are going to be teaching you how to do some fabulous wraps with silk for maternity clients. We're going to have some maternity models there. So
yeah, and I will be helping with photographing them.
Yeah, I'll be helping with wrapping. I'll be helping with photographing. And it's all very hands-on.
Yeah. And we will elevate your client experience so that you will... what's the word? Elevate. I hate that word. I've used it so often now. It's lost its meaning. But elevate your average spend per client.
Absolutely. So a little bit of businessy bits.
Getting that dollar in.
And a bit of fun, actually hands-on. So yeah, it'll be good. Abigail will put a link to the workshop. Well, I'm not doing it.
No, I won't put it there. It'll be down in the description.
If Abigail asks
it's in the description of every video that we've uploaded since we announced the workshop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if Abigail asked me to put a link to something on a video, I wouldn't even know where to start. I'm not technically minded, but we all have our strengths. If you want to see my strength, come see me do some wrapping in January. And I think that's where we're ending the year now, isn't it? Like, our workshop is about to happen. We've got some big plans that I hate this, but we can't talk about, but we have got big plans for the start of next year. Lots of bits and pieces.
Yeah. But it will all come into fruition in the first quarter, hopefully, so then we can start talking about it.
Yeah.
We've had plans that were supposed to be happening now be put on hold, so that will be happening next year, hopefully.
Yeah. Some nice collaborations with some nice people. Some new
You nearly said that then, didn't you?
Podcast. You know me.
So I've got to use that redacted thing one more time.
We're going to have some fabulous collaborations. We're going to have new things for the podcast. We're going to have
content.
New content. We've still got memberships going at just 99 pence. We are not up in that yet because
on YouTube, guys, if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, it's on YouTube.
I
Memberships.
forget people to listen on Spotify.
Christy, who's never listened to a podcast in her life.
No, but I watch our podcast.
You watch our podcast. Jesus.
I'm not a podcast person.
Yeah, but if I put a podcast on, you went, what I listened to? What was that? Well, tell me what happened. So then I have to put it on anyway, and then you talk through it.
Do you know why that is? Because Abigail likes to stick her headphones in and put a podcast on and ignore me, but I can't sit here, like, I can't sit there and like do something and not talk to you. So I start talking to you and I'm like, oh, why is she not responding? And I turn around, it's because she's got her headphones and ignoring me. I go, oh, are you listening to it? And then she's got to tell me the story. And she's like, oh, well, I may as well listen to it. But no, I'm not a podcast person, but I watch ours.
Fabulous. Great.
Do you know what happens, right? Our podcast, because I don't do the editing. Again, technical.
Neither do I.
No, we've got the fabulous Nicholas Savage, Abigail's husband.
Producer Nick.
Yeah, producer Nick will put it all together for us. And I don't see the final cut until it's been uploaded and sent out into the world. So what'll happen is I'll have a notification on my phone saying, Abigail Lewis Photography has uploaded a new video. So I'll click on it and I'll watch the podcast back. And by the time I watch that podcast back, I have no idea what we've talked about. I will have forgotten every conversation we've had here. And it's like watching.
You'll forget, Anna, when we stand up after filming.
Oh, yeah, I will, yeah. And then I'll watch it back and it's like watching a new episode because I don't know what's going to come out my mouth.
Great.
Yeah, lovely. But I wouldn't watch anybody else's.
Top subscriber.
Because podcasting off for me.
Great. At least, like, you're honest about it, innit?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, like, I watch a lot of podcasts, and sometimes I watch them, I think, you don't listen to podcasts, and they're acting like they do, and I'm like, you're just doing this for the what's it called? The likes and the shares and the money.
I'd like to say I do this for the likes and shares and money, but we don't get any of them.
One day.
I mean, if somebody would like to sponsor our podcast, send us an email.
Loxley Colour, if you're watching.
Emails go to motherbabys at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
I can't believe she just remembered the beginning. motherbabys@gmail.com.
Yeah, all sponsorships are welcome.
I don't actually check out those emails very often, so we could have had options.
As soon as we finish filming today, we're going to go and check our Gmail account and see if we've had any sponsorship. That'd be nice. What a way to end the year.
I can guarantee there's no sponsorship in that email inbox.
There's room.
There's plenty. One of the things I think we've enjoyed doing the most when we've done our little shake-up of the podcast was reactions to things.
Yeah.
And we've been doing a few live streams where we've done, we've done judge and things. I'm loving that trend, by the way. We've done judge. They are hilarious.
They are.
Not just photography-related ones, like just in general. Like, I am loving it. I am living for it. And I don't usually like trends. I usually like see something like, oh, for God's sake, why do we do these things? But this one, I'm on board with. And we've done a few live streams and I've liked it.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd do a few little reacts to end the Christmas episode with. I was looking for some Christmassy ones, but I couldn't find any Christmassy ones. So this is what we left with.
Okay.
Photographer girl math. Some of them I'm always on board with.
Okay.
Investing in cute outfits to wear to weddings so that you blend in as a guest and can capture even more authentic candids. Now, we obviously don't shoot weddings, but we have this exact mentality. If we book in an event, we need new outfits.
Yes.
If we're doing a new video, like a podcast, new outfits. And what's really bad is usually new mugs. Remember we went through a phase that every new episode we'd have a new mug.
We have got so many mugs that we have run out of cupboard space, haven't we?
We're having to get a shelf made.
We're having a shelf made to put in the kitchen to hold all of our mugs. So we've had to stop buying buying mugs because we physically can't store them anymore. So yeah, we have had to stop doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be...
But when the shelf is done, plenty of space.
It would be marvellous to have a new mug for every episode. But like at this point, we've done a lot of episodes. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's plenty of room though. So I feel like we need some new mugs. We haven't had a new mug in ages.
We haven't had a new mug in ages. But the clothes situation, like
Yeah.
when we were discussing doing a little festive bonus episode, I was like, oh, we'll just, wear our Christmas jogging suits that we bought last year. I was like, no, that was last year's ones. So I had to invest in I feel very like East 17 in
Wrong colour, but yeah.
love it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and then every new like gala event, because we've gone to quite a few of them this year.
yeah, and do you know what? The good thing is I have one gown, like, because it's floor length, like off the shoulder number, that I haven't worn because I bought it for Click. When we went to Click Live, because we were doing the gala evening, I bought a fabulous gown. And I also had a backup, which was a little strappy.
Oh, it was because it was so
backless.
warm, wasn't it?
I had to go with that option, even though it was only the backup. I had to, because I couldn't. It was like a velvety dress, and I couldn't. I would have just sweated.
It was boiling.
Yeah, it was far too warm. But I've got that as a backup now.
Nice.
So I feel like we need to be invited to Small Gala.
Well, we got one in January.
Mm.
And that'll be cold, so you can wear a velvet dress.
Is it floor length velvet dress attire?
I think so.
Is it?
Mm.
Oh, lovely.
I have nothing to wear yet.
Not gonna lie, I've already ordered an outfit for that one, so maybe I keep it on the back burner again.
We'll find something else to go
Got a
to.
little sequin number for that one. I hope it's nice when it comes back. I haven't arrived yet. I might be wearing the velvet one.
I've got nothing to wear yet, so I feel like I'll be in the January sales, getting all the sequins that nobody wanted for Christmas.
Oh, I should have waited. What did I order before Christmas?
Well, I did have this conversation with you to do January sales.
Too late. Sounds fake.
Never mind. My other reacts. This is more of a confession, I think, from someone. I know my way around Lightroom extremely well, but presets are dope, and I have zero issue one-clicking a preset and calling it done. Now,
Well, like nothing else.
nothing else, not like just put a preset.
They are
done.
not a newborn photographer. There's no way they are a newborn photographer, because there is not one single newborn baby that have come into the studio and not needed some kind of editing. So there's no way we could preset.
However,
and go.
I screen grabbed it because there is this, like, what's the word? Like snobbery within photography that if you use presets, you're not like a real photographer, or
Right.
like you're not doing the job properly. It's a bit like when I was going to say when people shoot on auto, but that does wind me up because like learn how to use your camera. But yeah, I love a preset. I think the difference is you need to learn how to use Lightroom or learn how to edit or whatever, then use a preset as a tool.
Base.
Yeah. So when I use a preset, I will put a preset on and then I will muck about with the preset.
Tweak it.
Yeah. You've got to tweak it to make it fit that photo. You can't just put a preset on and just go, oh, that looks lovely. Let's crack on. Done.
I need more context. I need to know what kind of photographer they
That
are.
was it.
So we don't know.
There was no comments, no nothing. There was literally, that was their confession. I just thought it was really funny that he just goes, right, okay, cool, I'm done. I reckon it's a wedding photographer, see? Like the amount of times I've been told, oh yeah, so like this wedding photographer takes the photos, sticks them on his computer, puts a preset on and then just sends them straight to the client. And it freaks me out.
There's photographers, then there's photographers. So if you were making money, sticking a preset on and chucking them out into the world, then you carry on. Like, can you imagine how unstressed that person is?
Yeah.
Like they're just sailing through life and they're horizontal. It's not for me.
No. Because like seeing some of those photographers work afterwards, and I can see that they haven't edited, like light stands out in the background.
Oh my God. Pet hate.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're in really easy places to edit out as well. Like,
we're of the age that a lot of people around us get married on the daily. Like, so, like, whenever I open a social media app, like, I will see somebody's wedding photo, and every single time I will go, why is there a light stand still in that
the thing
picture?
is, that photo is usually beautiful as well. It's usually a really banging photo, and I'm like, and a lot of people will notice that light stand. So like you can see why they do it, because it's just like, check it out, they are done. They're doing like two weddings a weekend or whatever, every weekend for a whole like 6 months, and they burnt out and they don't want to edit out light stands. Fair enough, but like,
then don't take on so much work, because that's lazy.
yeah, but
Pure
people are
laziness.
happy with them, so
Pure laziness. No. Biggest bugbear that is. When I see a wedding photo and it's magical and lovely, and then there's a light stand, and I'm like, oh, get a bin. Now, I'm going to have an issue. I'm hoping at some point in the near future, I will be doing my own.
It's not happening. He's not proposing to you.
I will have to find my own wedding photographer. So, yeah, that's going to be fun, isn't it? Trying to find somebody.
I know several.
Yeah, but the ones that we know are probably going to be at the wedding as guests, Abigail. So, you know.
Probably. How big is your wedding?
Don't know, I haven't been asked yet, so. Got to be asked to be married first.
I reckon we just go Vegas. Get it over and done with. And I can renew my vows while we're there.
No.
I am going to do that soon, though.
Okay.
He's got to propose to me again, though, first.
Well, I haven't done
Actually, ask me this
I haven't
time.
done it once yet, so, like, no, I'm not sharing now with him.
I didn't mean the same ceremony. We could have done it at separate times.
Yeah, but if I'm going to Vegas for my wedding, I know I'll go into Vegas for my wedding and then you get married as well. No, that's the same when people propose in somebody else's wedding.
Oh, yeah,
like,
don't
do you know if somebody proposes in my wedding? Like, I've waited a long time.
No, I dare you to do anything.
Do you know if you ruin my wedding, Nick? I want to talk to you again. Any day. No way. No way. Like, my rule is I want to be married before I'm 40. And it is...
Time's a ticking.
It is becoming closer and closer. So I would really like to get married. And if I've waited until I'm almost 40 to get married, if somebody tries to upstage me by getting engaged in my wedding, I will throw them out there and then, and I'll never speak to them ever again. So if you're going to be a guest at my wedding, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's rude.
A wedding that she hasn't actually been proposed for yet.
Let me tell you what happened. For my birthday, I had a lovely personalised number plate off my other half. And it was Christy B. Now, my surname starts with an L. His surname starts with a B. I was like, oh, that's lovely. Does it come with a ring? He went, oh, like eventually. I was like, well, I'm not putting it on my car. Why would I put a number plate with somebody else's surname on my car?
I did tell him.
If I'm not even engaged. Like, if I'm engaged, it's fair enough in it, because, like, it's going to happen.
You nearly had your name spelled wrong on a number plate because because he couldn't make it spell it. He couldn't get the right spelling on the number plate.
So,
It was going to be Kirsty.
so I have currently got a really lovely personalised number plate that is not registered to my car in my house, ready to be registered when he pulls his finger out and actually proposes, So I hope it's in the near future, because otherwise, like, do they expire? Like, when you buy a number plate, does that
No.
expire? Okay. Maybe we tell him it expires.
He's not stupid. Well, he is stupid. I nearly said he wasn't stupid then, but anybody who's met him will be like, no, he is.
Oh. Nice to look at.
Good. Nothing between the ears, but it's nice to look at.
Oh, so, I don't know how we ended up talking about...
I don't know either. Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, use a preset.
If you're a wedding
Tweak it.
photographer, please edit out light stands, because it's lazy, pure laziness.
Christy's biggest pet peeve.
Cheers. Come to the end of our Lucasade. So I feel like
It's the end of the episode.
it is, yeah. And the end of our year, 2024.
And the end of season 2.
It's all coming to an end. It's sad. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for coming along on the journey. It's been a very up and down year.
A roller coaster, some would say.
Yeah. I've enjoyed it though. We've made some strides this year, and I'm really happy about it. I mean, we're not millionaires.
I would like to put out there that it all started with me getting a new notebook and making a master plan for this year. Did it not?
You put in everything that we have achieved this year down to the fact you bought a new notebook.
Not the new notebook, the bit that came after. I wrote a master plan. Did we not have a really good banging plan?
We did have a very good banging plan.
And
Yeah.
the good thing about our banging plan was, it was, as many of people have told me, it needs to be a living, breathing, what's it called? I can't remember the
no
word.
idea where you're going with
Do you
this.
like when they say with a business plan, it needs to be a breathing document, like it needs to be mature with you, blah, blah, blah. I think our plan matured with us. Like we kept on top of it. We kept going back to it and going, right, where are we? We're there. How can we move this forward?
I
What's
agree with that.
changing?
I just didn't know where you were going with the living, breathing. I didn't know
don't think
where
I did
that was
either.
going to go. Okay, yes. And to be fair, we've brought that on for 2025. We've already got,
New notebook.
new notebook, bare bones of a plan.
Yep.
We're going to be doing so much work over this Christmas holiday. Like I'm exhausted already. Like we haven't started.
I'll give you this
2025.
week off.
Come to see my eye twitching.
Yeah. We are going to have till at least Boxing Day off.
Wonderful.
And then we'll do little bits of plans. We have got a live stream on the 30th of December.
Abigail's got a live stream on the 30th of December.
Christy's also going to have a live stream on the 30th of December. She's doing it from her house.
I know.
Well, I'll be there. So I'm committed to this business.
Oh, right. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for coming with us. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking.
If you were listening on Spotify or another streaming service and not watching us,
Yes.
don't forget to jump over onto YouTube and subscribe so that you keep getting other content while the podcast is on hiatus.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be on hiatus for an exorbitant amount of time.
No.
But we have got some planning and some work to do
And-
before we restart.
Yeah, and
Season 3.
we want to do the tweaking and get it right and then start, don't
Yeah.
we? Because like we kind of been tweaking along the way this time, and we want to get it right and then start season 3 with a bang.
Yes. New guests, new things to do. Yeah. I need to give things away then. Yeah. Anyway,
If you would like a little bit of a bonus feature, pop over to our memberships on YouTube because we will have a little, as always, a bonus podcast clip. So go and check that out. And we will see you all again in 2025.
how exciting. We'll see you soon, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Mother, baby, and us.